Hello Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 23rd going to the 29th of January. So I'm just going to apologize for my voice. I lost it a few days ago, but now it's coming back, so it's okay. But I've got the mic closer to me just to make sure the sound quality is okay because I don't want to strain it too much. But anyway, let's see what's going on for you guys. Okay, one card has already jumped out, so I'm going to shuffle the rest and then I'll let you know what's coming out for you, okay? All right, for Aries, please. For Aries. Aries. Ooh. All right, current energy through the week for Aries. You have the Knight of Cups coming in. Some of you, this could of course be you kind of diving into these emotions. Some of you could be really kind of overcoming some comfort zone fears. You guys could be coming outside the comfort zone. This is of course a card of vulnerability. But for some of you, this could also be in terms of love. You guys could be getting approached by someone here. It could be a water sign. All right. Clarify this. The Death card could be a Scorpio. For some of you, the Death card, some of you are definitely coming outside the comfort zone here. There could be an ending of some kind, but doesn't always have to be. Sometimes it's an ending of an old chapter. And in this case, could also be comfort zone. So take it as you wish in whatever area of your life this is coming through. The Death card, let's just talk about it because it does speak of changes. It speaks of inevitable changes. Inevitability, of course, the Death card is about something needs to die, something needs to change. It doesn't have to be as intense as death. I don't mean it as literal death when I say dying and death, okay? So we're just gonna be honest. It's not about that. This is more about an old part of ourselves needs to kind of die off, or a comfort zone needs to go. It's just an exaggeration for something, all right? So don't get triggered with me. The Death card is just about a lot of changes, and this can be intense, let's be honest, and just my language there is quite intense, so this might be intense for you. Scorpio energy tends to be. But this actually feels like it's something that's going to make you feel incredible. I kind of see you going above clouds here, so it could be going on a flight, that's all that means. I kind of see that you're elevating above what most people can do or achieve in this case. Some of you could be dodging a bullet, like again, like, oh, what's going on with the language here? Don't worry too much, Aries. It's just I kind of feel like you're being removed from a comfort zone, which of course, if we're staying there for too long, it becomes a little bit dangerous. And why you're having this very intense language being used in your reading, and now even I'm a little bit like scared of the language I'm using. I'm gonna be very careful of what I say because don't worry you, I'm not seeing anything like that. But I'm just seeing in a sense of you're going to be taking this leap of faith with the serendipity card. Like there is an opportunity that's going to just come your way. It could be it's being in the right place at the right time. As you can see, she's being elevated somewhere. She's being elevated to a new chapter, a new direction here. The Imagine card is like the Judgment for me. So it's like a releasing of an old life, beginning of a new one. That could be what that Death energy is about. This resurrection in some way. Don't ask, all right? I don't know what you guys are going through, but it's interesting. It's like Phoenix rising, most likely, okay? If it's a death of an old self, then you guys are kind of blossoming into something new. The Imagine card is like reaching new levels, new chapter. And then we have this Blessed card, which, again, she's above the clouds here. It's like you guys are going to be elevated to a new level, and you're going to feel very, very happy there. This blessed energy is like you may escape a situation that may not be very good for you, or again, something that you may not like anymore. Okay, so this Knight of Cups is this vulnerability to get to the other side. Usually in a Rider-Waite tarot, there's like this stream or this lake of water, and it's actually there too, if you can see. And I always say that sometimes we have to get a little bit wet, meaning kind of do something we don't want to do in order to get to the other side. And this can be dealing with certain emotions. That's what water represents. Okay, and maybe why the Knight of Cups is here. but we gain something from this. If you think about it, the Knight of Cups is also kind of filling his cup up here. So I kind of feel like something that you were scared to do is actually going to be more fulfilling for you than you realize, and it's going to take you to a new level. You are going to feel very blessed by this, okay? Very blessed, as you can see. We have 222 here now with the Imagine card as well being 20. And then we go 22. It is definitely progression, 18, 20, 22. Could be significant numbers, okay? But yes, all right. So this is the energy I'm getting for this. This does mean that we might have to really let go of something again in order to get something else that could be very difficult to accept. But this is just really, it seems like a very good transformation and one that you'll be very happy with. And again, fear can sometimes blind us from seeing the true results of a situation. So don't allow yourself to hold on to fear or stagnancy just because of difficulty. Sometimes the most difficult parts are the most rewarding because we're constantly having to change, constantly having to grow and evolve. And I kind of feel like this is the path that you are on or going through. It's like there is some radical changes going through, but it's going to lead you towards something really positive, okay? Something more rewarding for you personally. It does require trust, all right? As you can see, she's holding on to this 4-leaf clover like, okay, I know this is going to be good, but damn, this is scary. I always say she's got no safety blanket. She's just holding on. She just has to trust herself to hold on to something. She knows it's good. This could be an idea. Again, this could just be where your life is taking you. And that you're still holding on here as well. So the universe is taking you to a new level. It may bring about changes in your relationships, changes within yourself, changes in who you have to become to be able to attain this, new world, new chapter. This is personal growth. And it's taking you somewhere amazing. Yeah. Yeah. What are the blockages for this week for Aries? The blockage is interesting. We have the Artist coming through. All right, it could be your creativity, but this card actually really reminds me of like creating your world. Being able to see, visualize something, and leap straight into it, as you can see. And actually, the Artist, as I'm saying, the world is actually on the bottom of the deck. So, is the ability to create a new beginning. This is being blocked. So maybe your ability to believe that you can create the world you want to live. Of course, the world looks very limiting, but when you see what people are capable of achieving, you actually start to realize there's not many limits in this world. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, all right, if you think about it. So the Artist, you might feel very blocked in your terms of creativity or your vision of life, all right? So in this case, it's really just about trusting. Most of the time, when you're making a very big shift, Aries, it can sometimes be that you don't actually know the next step until you take the first one, and then it's like, whoa, okay, now I know what I need to do. But there's so much fear, crippling fear sometimes, that comes before that of like, I don't know what I'm going to do after I make this leap of faith, though. Like, let's say it's quitting a job or coming out of a relationship. And it's like, but what am I going to do? I have no idea. So I'd rather stay here, rather try and figure it out. And then you stay there and you realize you're never going to know until you do it. So this kind of lesson is coming through to trust yourself, to trust source, to trust your decision making and what your gut is telling you to do and what life seems to be pushing you to do. You will come again. You will again come into this energy of actually being more fulfilled about this decision and this uncomfortable situation than what you expected to be. Sometimes we assume the worst. I think as human brains, we're wired. We have fear just to stop us from doing anything potentially dangerous and life-threatening. But this is not life-threatening. This is going to be very, very rewarding for you. But yes, the ability to believe that you can create the destiny that you wish and that you want to visualize can be a blockage that most people suffer with. But within this week, we're being asked to overcome this blockage, to leave behind things that don't serve us anymore, to put an end to that old way of being and thinking, because you're the 8 of Cups. This does require you to, again, walk away from something. This card is very, very, I don't know why, it's got to be one of my favorite or most moving cards out of this deck so far. Because it's like the knowing that something more is out there. You know, he's tending to these 8 cups. He has these 8 cups. You've achieved a lot in a path that you've gone down. But there is just this intuitive feeling. That's what that moon is there for. Again, it's hidden. The moon speaks of secrets, hidden knowledge. Emotions, deep feelings. So there's this inner feeling that something more is out there. Like, if I just go this way, where will it lead me? And again, you can't see all the way. It's just when you walk down this direction, again, it's that first choice, which is already present. If I walk this way, first step, where is it going to lead? I think this is really a big question for you. Is this uncertainty which is blocking you at the moment? But the 8 of Cups is saying you're not fulfilled enough where you are. And if that's the case, we need to really think about what we want and take that time out to understand what you want. If this is not what you want, then we don't need to know everything. We just need to know what we want the world to look like and start making those changes to get there. Even if it's the first step, that's all you see. Because you do have the 10 of Swords. For some of you, this may require an ending to, again, a job, a relationship, old way of being. But whatever this ending is, it's a difficult one. But I think, again, we have the 9 of Cups underneath. It's a wish fulfillment, really. Because this is painful. And, you know, they always say that it's not just one sword in your back. This may have been, like, painful for you for a while. This may be challenging. There may have been some resistance involved. Which might be why we try to stay in something. Because it's like, I tried to really build something and I have put a lot of effort and time into this. But this 10 of Swords is just saying that maybe it's, you know, more damaging than it is actually good for you staying where you are at. So, the artist coming through as a blockage, and the 8 of Cups is kind of like, again, some deeper thoughts and feelings coming through that we might need to address. And maybe you're feeling a little bit, again, like not creative enough to, or you can't maybe visualize what you want. You might not know what you want. But the first step is removing yourself from what you don't want. And it takes a lot of strength for that. It takes a lot of courage for that to happen. Because again, with the Devil energy, we can feel very shackled to those fears. Usually this is a card where they have chains around their neck. The Devil energy is very tempting to stay in. You know, it's something that may have more money, or something that may look more stable, or it's more exciting. Temptation can really be a bane in our lives. Because we get stuck there. What's easier? The Devil's not actually easier if you think about it. It's restricting. And I think humans are made to grow and evolve. This life, if you've seen it, you know, everything's supposed to change and shift. So yeah, the strength is to overcome this Devil energy, and underneath that 6 of Wands, you will overcome it. You'll be very successful. Some of you might be coming out the rat race, as they say. So like, you are rising above competition. You're rising above, you know, what people stay stuck in. That's what it feels like. This difference of you here, Aries, is that who else got this? Where you are forging a path for yourself, away from temptation, away from bad habits, away from fear, away from these things that keep us stuck and chained in the same place. You're overcoming this. You're facing fear. I'm kind of seeing, for some of you, like you're doing something very different from the people that you may have around you, or maybe in general. I'm kind of seeing it like a big dome, you know, over the water. I don't know why the Simpsons movie is coming through in my head, but like, what's on the other side of this dome can be very scary. It's like, what am I going to do when I'm out there? But you have the ability as a fire sign to figure it out as you're doing it. Anyway, what's next then? What are we moving into? Again, we have the 10 of Swords coming through. So yes, there is an ending coming in. The moon again, something very like something that's luring you in, but it feels very good. It's like the universe here. Where you're heading, again, leap of faith with the Fool card, taking that leap, trusting in the divine. 8 of Wands, which is changes in our life. A lot of things will be happening very rapidly, okay? 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Okay, you guys could end up starting a family or getting in a very beautiful relationship, okay? We have the Moon and the King of Pentacles, which is what's been trying to call you in. So you could be meeting somebody. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. This could also be you standing in your power. Like this could be someone who's offering you a career opportunity, offering you some money, offering you some stability. Very solid, very loyal energy. This person knows what they want to invest in. So the fact this person wants to invest in you is going to be very good for you. But it's only when you take this leap of faith. Maybe make that communication. This is what's been trying to call you in with that 8 of Cups, that moon. Some of you could be leaving something and kind of going with somebody else or something else. I do see that. You may know who this is already for some of you. But this could just be you. This could be your higher self calling you in. I always say your soul is like 5 steps ahead. So if you're being drawn to do something very strongly, like it won't leave you alone, you're always questioning about it, then it's because your soul is calling you to make a decision on this. And this decision seems to be coming from your higher self. Like it told you we were going to make it. And you're going to be very prosperous financially, stability-wise. Again, for those of you who haven't got a family yet and really want it, I do see that happening for you. Or just stability in a home life is coming for you as well. Like, I see happiness with you and any children if you have any, okay? Specifically, there's 2, maybe a 3rd on the way. It doesn't have to be though. We do have this on the bottom of the deck, which is happiness, playfulness, emotional fulfillment. Okay, let's pull you some tea leaf tarot as well for Aries. Fire. Strong emotion, passionate level, hate coming through for you this week. We have someone is leaving your life, okay? So again, you could be walking away from somebody. And we have carriage coming through. A journey, either physical or mental, is coming in for you. So again, there's movement now in your life. January is on the bottom of the deck as well. I'll show you for those who want to see. Okay, some very big changes. You're making these changes based off of strong emotion, all right? Just be aware of self-delusion. Okay, somebody is telling you something's going to be far worse than it actually is. Again, you'll be pleasantly surprised. And we have March. So you'll find yourself in a very, very positive position in March. Okay? March is going to be a lot of changes coming in for you. Involvement with the law coming in, all right? There could be some legal situations coming through. It could be job. Two-faced friend, okay? News is on the way. Be aware of a certain friend in your life, or certain people in your life. They may not have your best interest in mind, but you'll be receiving this news about a specific person, okay? My angels, I just want to pull you another card. Bear with me. It's in the animal spirit deck just to get another message for you. Act as if. This is, again, act as if you are that person already. Whatever it is that you're wanting, manifesting, trying to create, act as if you are that already. This is how we manifest. So if you aspire to be a CEO, walk around the place like you already are one. What the hell? And someone will be like, wow, Aries, like, damn, you're very much capable of this position. Do you want it? Yeah. You see what I mean? Is really how manifestation works. So anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I wish you all the best. Personal readings, the link down below. I'll send you all my love. But yeah, I hope to see you guys next time, okay?